Congratulations, Jaime Munguia, for outperforming Canelo Alvarez against John Ryder. Now, I said leading up to the fight, weeks leading up to the fight, that if Jaime Munguia outperforms Canelo Alvarez and stops John Ryder, TKOs John Ryder, that Jaime Munguia is as deserving to fight Canelo Alvarez next, to have an opportunity to face Canelo Alvarez, to have an opportunity to challenge the undisputed world champion as David Benavidez. So Jaime Munguia called out Canelo Alvarez in a post-fight interview after his fight with John Ryder and respectfully called out Canelo Alvarez. Now, I think it's a smart move because, with Canelo Alvarez, he does like people to respect him. If you really want to get a shot with Canelo Alvarez, he gets the fight when somebody's respecting him, right? Just like John Ryder got the fight, he respected Canelo Alvarez. Of course, you don't want to kiss the dude's butt, but in the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is in a position where that he wants to be respected, and he should be respected for the things that he's done in the sport of boxing. Of course, he's a 4-division world champion. You know what I'm saying? Super middleweight undisputed. King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nelo, a.k.a. Payday. Get the fuck out of here, man. Ripeki, and Canelo Alvarez. So I think the way that Jaime Munguia called him out is actually a little bit more respectful than David Benavidez and his team. I know that they've been frustrated, and David Benavidez' team and his father have been calling him all the derogatory names that you could think of. And right there for Canelo Alvarez looking at it like, yo, you ain't going to break bread with me. If you think you're going to disrespect me, you ain't going to break bread with me. See, Caleb Plant didn't disrespect Canelo Alvarez before signing the deal. The disrespect came after signing the deal, right? And I think that's maybe the reason why Canelo Alvarez, think about it. When you fight somebody, you sharing the bag. You know what I'm saying? You making this guy a millionaire. It's the reason why Nonito Donaire didn't want to fight John Riel Casimero, because he feels like John Riel Casimero's team was disrespecting his wife. Yeah, and anybody would be like, yo, you got to go fight that dude. He's disrespecting your wife. But yeah, he fights him. Guess what? He's making him a millionaire. You feel me? So I think that's the reason why, maybe two reasons why I believe that Canelo Alvarez is reluctant to face David Benavidez. Maybe the disrespect, or maybe is just doesn't feel like he's done enough. And I feel like David Benavidez has done enough for the fight, but also Jaime Munguia has done enough. Jaime Munguia has fought in 3 divisions, been a world champion. His resume is as good as David Benavidez in 168-pound division. Now, if David Benavidez would have moved up a while ago, after he got stripped from his title for losing it in the scale, and then the WBC position David Benavidez to fight Artur Beterbiev, and think about it, if around that time David Benavidez would have fought Artur Beterbiev and beat Beterbiev, now you're looking at a real threat. Because right now, I think that, yes, David Benavidez is a threat, but for me, it's a little bit more hype than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Again, David Benavidez did not outperform Canelo Alvarez like Jaime Munguia outperformed Canelo Alvarez with a relevant and opponent that they have, right? You know what I'm saying? John Ryder fought Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez couldn't stop John Ryder. Jaime Munguia fought John Ryder. He stopped John Ryder. Canelo Alvarez fought Caleb Plant. Stop Caleb Plant. But David Benavidez didn't stop Caleb Plant, which around that time, I remember people didn't stop calling David Benavidez the monster like that, because he did not look like a monster versus Caleb Plant. He looked like a monster versus Demetrius Andre that was putting up a great fight in the beginning of the fight, and then got overwhelmed with the size, right? But also, it's like I said in my other videos and throughout the live that I did the fight, that a lot of especially a lot of Mexican fans and a lot of Canelo Alvarez fans didn't respect Demetrius Andre that much. So how much do they respect the win that David Benavidez had with Demetrius Andre? Now, I respect the win. Y'all already know me. Y'all follow the channel. I respect Demetrius Andre to the fullest. But the Mexican and especially the Canelo Alvarez fan base did not respect Demetrius Andre. They actually respected John Ryder even more. I used to talk about this. People thought I did a poll, and people felt that John Ryder was more deserving of a Canelo fight than Demetrius Andre that was lined up to fight Canelo in 160 for the undisputed, right? That ship sailed around that time. But people respected John Ryder and the way he carried himself. And they also respected John Ryder, how he fought Canelo Alvarez. Even though he didn't win a lot of rounds, he still fight. People forgot about the scorecards because it was just a fight. People didn't see Canelo Alvarez bloody like that maybe in a long time or probably ever, right? So people like a fight. And the Mexican people, they love a fight. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to respect you when you put up a great fight, right? You know what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo didn't put up that fight versus Canelo Alvarez, but John Ryder did. But you could say that both of these guys won the same amount of rounds. But the thing is, the way that Ryder went out there, they respected that warrior, that machismo of Ryder, like he did this fight. He wasn't laying down for Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia was just putting them hammers up. You know what I'm saying? They're hammering down, right? But Jaime Munguia outperformed Canelo Alvarez. And now he's just as deserving for the fight Cinco de Mayo. And a lot of people can't be mad about it because let's not look. I like David Benavidez, but David Benavidez hasn't done all this way more than Jaime Munguia. It's because, yes, he's a mandatory position for a long time, and he deserves a Canelo Alvarez. He deserves to fight Canelo Alvarez next. All I'm saying is Jaime Munguia is just as deserving right now. If you would have asked me that a year ago, I said, hell no. And I didn't even think that Jaime Munguia has a chance to challenge even Canelo Alvarez. But he's young. He just turned 27, just like David Benavidez. They're both in their prime. They're both deserving. They're both Mexicans. They're both Latino. It don't matter. It will be a big fight. And I do think that Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez will do the same number as David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. And also, it looked more fair on like physical wise because Jaime Munguia is coming up from the smaller division like Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez looked like if he got to be in a rehydration clause because my experience, what I know, knowing the information of how much he rehydrated versus he rehydrated over 25 pounds versus the Andre over. He was almost 200. He was almost a heavyweight. So I don't think that Canelo Alvarez is going to just allow him just to be this heavyweight versus him. And I think physically wise, Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez, look, I think it will be just as entertaining. I think that David Benavidez throw more combination is quicker than it's more quicker and probably more entertaining than I don't know. That's hard right now because even last year, the fight of the year that was voted in by the boxing writers was Jaime Munguia versus Sergey Derevchenko. So he's exciting. He was exciting today. He was exciting in 2023. He made a statement today. Jaime Munguia is just as deserving. That was a good, respectable call by Jaime Munguia. He's a respectable man, a young man, and I think it'll be just as. I think Jaime Munguia versus Canelo is just as big as David Benavidez right now, especially with the statements that both David Benavidez and Jaime Munguia made. But like in boxing, people are with the now, and right now it's Jaime Munguia. So I will not be surprised if Canelo Alvarez break bread again back with the guys on the zone. Yeah, he signed with 3-fight deal with PBC. All I'm saying for Canelo Alvarez, if he doesn't pick, I think he needs to pick one. If he don't pick Munguia and David Benavidez right now, and he picks a Jamar Charlo, it's going to look bad. And if he does, I'm all right with Canelo Alvarez signing the fight. If Canelo Alvarez is going to fight Jamar Charlo, make sure you fight. Make sure you tell these guys, David Benavidez and Munguia, I will fight the winner and I will sign the contract right now. I will fight the winner of David Benavidez and Munguia. Put that term. If I'm gonna fight Jamar Charlo, if Canelo gonna fight Jamar Charlo, I hope that he promises if y'all fight against each other, I'll fight the winner and I'm gonna sign it. That could be my next fight. Only that, but I don't feel that Canelo Alvarez should skip on none of these guys. It's either Munguia, Benavidez. You could work it around how y'all want it. If Munguia don't face Canelo Alvarez or David Benavidez, I would like to see Jaime Munguia versus Edgar Berlanga, New York City, Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rican Day Parade, Mexican versus Puerto Rico. That'd be another goodie. Let me know what y'all think. I'm both on the zone. Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya just did a fight right now. A good successful fight. Why not? Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Y'all already know this is Punch Run Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Que Dios te bendiga, mi gente latina y todo el mundo. Love you.